Hello there guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and on this video there is lots to negotiate about. I am going to be giving you the latest news on Chris Smalling. Then I'm going to be giving you some news on Donny Beek from Ajax. I have been keeping you up to date of what's been going on with him on a regular basis. Then I am going to be talking with you a bit about Dean Henderson and Brandon Williams and that. And then a bit later on in the video, I'm going to be talking with you about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So we will start with the news anyway on Chris Smalling. So according to the Daily Express, Manchester United are close to confirming the summer transfer sale of Chris Smalling after Ed Woodward recently had a meeting. Obviously, now Roma are very convinced that they can get Chris Smalling on a permanent transfer, because obviously, at the moment Chris Smalling is out on loan with Roma. He went out on loan with Roma last summer. But I have got to make an admission, Chris Smalling's been very impressive on his loan spell with Roma. Now, obviously, Chris Smalling anyway was talking about, playing abroad and that. This is what he said to the Times. Also to Paulo Finesca a while back now, who's the Roma boss. He said, that Chris Smalling wants to stay at Roma. And even Chris Smalling did say himself that he has no regrets leaving Manchester United. So there you go and that. Don't forget, Chris Smalling did endure 9 years at the football club. So he was a very long-serving player for us. Don't forget we did get Chris Smalling under the Alex Ferguson era. But yeah. Or, if Roma, don't get him permanently, after his loan expires, then I think it said in the Mirror that we could allow Chris Smalling to go out on loan with Roma for another season, and then include a clause, so there's an obligation to buy included as part of the deal. I think, we have said that we want around £13 million to get rid of Chris Smalling on a permanent transfer and that. But yeah, we're not going to take him back at Manchester United because, Chris Smalling's not going to get in the team anyway because, we have got a lot of centre-halves in our team. So Ed Woodward has had a meeting and he said, it's close now that, this is close, the summer transfer sale of Chris Smalling. But yeah, he does want to stay with Roma. He really doesn't that. Like I said, we've got a few players that are out on loan. Marcus Rojo, he's out on loan at Estudiantes. There were stories coming out the other week saying that Rojo's set to return to Manchester United because he's endured a difficult time with Estudiantes. I think his loan spell at Estudiantes does expire at the end of this month. I think Rojo did say that he wants his loan extended at Estudiantes for a further 6 months. But again, we won't take Rojo back at Manchester United. We did get Rojo in 2014 from Sporting Lisbon. I think we did pay around £16 million for him. Obviously, he enjoyed a good 5-6 years at Manchester United, did Rojo. But yeah, we're looking to get rid of Rojo permanently. We're looking to get rid of Alexis Sanchez permanently as well, but we could find it very difficult to get rid of Alexis Sanchez with, reflecting on his substantial wages, because his wages at Manchester United are 400 grand a week, potentially rising up to 500 grand a week, based on the image rights and the bonuses and that. Based on the image rights and the bonuses. So maybe, Sanchez will be loaned back out, but, I don't think we'll take him back at Manchester United because Sanchez did endure a difficult 18 months at the football club, and he's endured a very difficult time since he went out on loan with Inter Milan. Sanchez went out on loan with Inter Milan last summer. He joined them on a 10-month loan. Despite the fact that he's on loan at Inter Milan, we're still paying the vast majority of his wages. But there were stories coming out the other week saying that, the Inter Milan sporting director had confirmed that Sanchez will be staying at Inter Milan until the end of the season and that. So there you go. So that is the latest news on all of that. Now I want to delve into the news on Dean Henderson and Brandon Williams. Then I'm going to give you the latest news on Donny van de Beek from Ajax. So the news is on Dean Henderson and Brandon Williams. According to recent reports, Dean Henderson and Brandon Williams are set to sign new contracts at Manchester United. I think they both did sign long-term deals in the last 12 months. Of course, Dean Henderson has got a contract with a football club until 2022. And obviously, Brandon Williams has got a contract with a football club until 2022, but there is an option of a further year. Now, as you all know, at the moment, Dean Henderson is out on loan with Sheffield United, and I've got to make an admission. He has been a revelation, he's been a revelation on his loan spell with Sheffield United. I think this has been his second season on loan with Sheffield United. It's been a second season on loan with Sheffield United, Dean Henderson's, but he's had quite a few loan spells. Don't forget he had a loan spell at Grimsby, Stockport, Shrewsbury, and that. I think, we will allow Dean Henderson to remain on loan with Sheffield United until the end of the season. Whether we'll loan him out for next season or not, I do not know. I know one thing, though, that we're not going to let Dean Henderson go on a permanent transfer. We're not going to let him go on a permanent transfer because, obviously, we do see Dean Henderson as a long-term replacement for David De Gea. So we are reportedly now willing to offer him a new contract. Like I said, if Dean Henderson obviously was to come back to Man United for next season, then obviously it would be our number 2 because we've already confirmed that David De Gea is going to remain our number 1 goalkeeper. David De Gea has been our number 1 goalkeeper for several years. So there you go on that. So I spoke with you about Brandon Williams, didn't I? Towards the back end of last week. Obviously, it was stemming from The Athletic saying that Man United are set to offer Brandon Williams a new contract. Like I said, he agreed his last contract in October of last year. So Brandon Williams is now around 8 months into his current contract at the moment. But obviously, if Brandon Williams does sign this new contract at Man United, he will get a huge pay rise. Because on his current contract at the moment, Brandon Williams is on around £4,000 a week. Like I said, this has been Brandon Williams' first season in the senior squad. He's played around 26 games for Man United this season. He's obviously started 19 of them. Brandon Williams' versatility is also very, very good. He's fighting, left back with Luke Shaw. He's been deployed as a right back. He's been deployed as a left wing back. He's also been deployed as a left midfielder, as Brandon Williams. But yeah, so he does actually, deserve a new contract, does Brandon Williams, reflecting on his good run of performances. I'd say keep Luke Shaw as our first choice left back at the moment, and until Brandon Williams gains a bit more experience, because Brandon Williams, is inexperienced at the moment. So let's just put that into the equation. So anyway, that is the latest news on that. Now let's give you the news on Donny van de Beek. So Donny van de Beek does want to move to Manchester United in the summer transfer window. Now, Edwin van der Sar, who's the CEO of Ajax, he's been talking a lot recently, regarding the speculation of Donny van de Beek. And Van der Sar did say, that Donny van de Beek will not go on the cheap. Because actually, Ed Woodward is looking to get Donny van de Beek for around £36 million. Now, there were stories coming out yesterday and that saying that, we'd opened up negotiations with Ajax to sign Donny van de Beek. There's also been stories saying that Donny van de Beek has already agreed to join Real Madrid in the summer transfer window for around £49 million. But reportedly, Donny van de Beek had denied this. Now, I think a lot of Manchester United fans, would take Donny van de Beek. Obviously, Donny van de Beek hasn't played in the Premier League as yet, but, he is only very, very young. Got to make an admission, though, he's a cheap solution. I think £49 million is cheap for Donny van de Beek. Donny van de Beek's predominantly a box-to-box midfielder. He primarily plays in that number 6. He has got a contract with Ajax until 2022. Like I said, he joined Ajax's youth academy in 2008. And obviously, he was in their youth setup from 2008 to 2015. And, since he broke into Ajax's senior squad, he has become an integral part of their team, as you know, Donny van der Beek. Like I said, he was key for Ajax, progressing to the Champions League semi-finals last season. He was also, key for them winning the Eredivisie as well. So a very, very good player. And, Ajax have lost quite a few of their imperative players in recent years. Obviously, they lost Frankie de Jong to Barcelona. They also lost Matthijs de Ligt to Juventus last year. But yeah, so there's actually a chance now that Manchester United could sign Donny van der Beek. But Van der Sar also did say that there was an agreement that was made, to keep Donny van der Beek with Ajax for another season. But like I said, with Real Madrid and Barcelona, taking pay cuts, this is maybe why, we've got a chance of getting Donny van der Beek. But I can't see Ajax letting him go for just £36 million. I really, really can't see that happening. But he's a player that's good with both feet. He's very good in the air. His hold-up play is also very, very good. And if we did get him in, I think he'd complement our midfield with Donny van der Beek. I really, really do. So he does actually, want to come to Manchester United. So that is the latest news on him. Now, let's delve into the news on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So, according to recent reports, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has warned our players that he will not tolerate any rotten apples in our squad. So, Solskjaer has said he wants to avoid buying rotten apples in the summer transfer window and that. Don't forget as well, Solskjaer has opened up his experience as a Manchester United player. And he did obviously say it was a privilege to be a Manchester United player. Don't forget Ole Gunnar Solskjaer endured 11 years as a player for the football club. And he was a very, very good player for Manchester United. He flourished under Alex Ferguson's guidance. Like I said, one of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's most iconic moments as a player was obviously, when he did win as the treble in 1999 and that. But yeah, so this is the warning, he has made to our players. Like I said, Solskjaer has been at the football club for 18 months now. So he has been at Manchester United a year and a half. And, since Solskjaer got appointed in, we've obviously, seen a lot of players depart the football club. Of course, we saw Ashley Young leave this year. After he endured 8.5 years at Manchester United, he went to Inter Milan. Like I said, we saw Rojo go out on loan in January. Obviously, we saw Smalling and go out on loan last summer. We saw Darmian go last summer. We also saw Ander Herrera go last summer. After he endured 5 years at the football club, we saw Fellaini go in January 2019. He was the first player to leave Manchester United under the Solskjaer era. Obviously, we saw Lukaku leave the football club last summer. He went to Inter Milan. We saw Sanchez go out on loan at Inter Milan. We saw as well Valencia leave the football club last summer after he endured 10 years at the football club. So he has got rid of a lot of players as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and that. But one of the biggest tasks, one of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's biggest tasks since he became Manchester United manager was getting rid of the bad attitudes. And I think that's what led to Lukaku leaving the football club and also, Alexis Sanchez leaving the football club. But I think he insists, that we haven't got any rotten apples in the squad at this moment in time. Also, too, I've seen improvements under Solskjaer. Like I said, we've definitely improved in the transfer market. Obviously, so far Solskjaer's endured 3 transfer windows at the football club and spent just over £200 million. Last summer, Solskjaer recommended Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. And in January, he recommended Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo in. And the 5, players he's recommended in so far have been very, very impressive. Like I said, the signing of Bruno Fernandes definitely saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job at Manchester United. And I think with the wins against the likes of Man City and Tottenham, they also saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job at Man United as well. Other improvements I've seen, I think, definitely a lot of players have improved under Solskjaer, especially the top players have improved under Solskjaer. I think also too, Solskjaer's promoted the youth very, very well. The young players have been given their chances. I think like Mason Greenwood's done very, very well. Also to Brandon Williams, he's also done very, very well. But there again, there's some young players that have found game time very, very difficult. Like I said, Angel Gomez, his appearances have been limited. Tahith Chong, he's also found game time very, very difficult. James Garner, he's also found game time very, very difficult as well. But, Solskjaer did say anyway when he got appointed in as Manchester United manager that, everybody would get their chances to express themselves and that, so there you go. Like I said as well, Solskjaer has made a lot of rotation throughout the course of this season, reflects on the amount of injuries that Manchester United have had. It's good that, he's tried a few different elements in that. He's tried like different lineups. He's obviously, changed formation persistently this season. On a regular basis this season, Solskjaer has been going with that 4-2-3-1 formation. Quite a few times he's gone with a 4-3-3 formation. And a few times he's gone with 3 at the back. From my own perception, will look more expansive with a 3 at the back. So I think that's a formation, that Manchester United should use so often. 3 at the back and that. But there you go. And like I said, we've done very, very well against the big 6 sides this season because we've taken like 17 points against the big 6 sides this season and that. And definitely, seeing improvements under Solskjaer. Like I said, there's big decisions he's got to make in the summer transfer window, what players he's going to recommend in and what players, of course, he's going to get rid of. He's going to definitely get rid of more of the deadwood in the summer transfer window, Solskjaer. He's going to get rid of more of the deadwood. I can see at least 5 players departing the football club in the summer transfer window. So we are going to generate money that way. Solskjaer a while ago, revealed his plans for the summer transfer window. And, he's already said, he wants to make around 3 or 4 signings in the summer transfer window because he believes we need around 3 or 4 signings to become title contenders next season. Because obviously, at the moment, City are strides ahead of us and Liverpool are strides ahead of us. Solskjaer, as you all know, has already identified the areas in the squad where he does want to strengthen up. He's looking to get a right winger in. He's looking to get a midfielder in. He's also looking to get a centre-half in as well. He's Solskjaer. I was reading reports last week and it says, we're no longer interested now in recommending a striker in. Obviously, with Odion Ighalo extending his loan until the end of January 2021, and we want to see how the development goes with Mason Greenwood. So I don't think we're that bothered now about getting a striker in, and plus now Marcus Rashford's back from his back injury and that. So I don't think, we're looking to get a striker. Solskjaer, does want to continue the policy though of recruiting young British talents to Manchester United like he did do last summer. And I think a lot of people do like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's transfer strategy, but I think it did say that Man United are looking to sign players that will suit the image of Solskjaer and the coaching staff and all of that. But be interesting to see anyway, how we approach the summer transfer window. It will be very, very interesting to see. Like I've already gone through with you, our priority targets are Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho was our number 1 priority target for a very long time, but now recent reports have said that Jack Grealish is now our number 1 priority target instead of Jadon Sancho. Like I said, it said that Kalidou Koulibaly is one of our priority targets. Dayot Upamecano, he's one of our priority targets. I'll give you the news on Kalidou Koulibaly on my video that I did this morning. I think our hopes now of getting Kalidou Koulibaly are over because Napoli have said they're not going to sell Kalidou Koulibaly on the cheap and because of the coronavirus pandemic. and they do want £100 million for Kalidou Koulibaly. There were stories coming out the other week from Sky Sports saying that we'd had a £71 million bid turned down for Kalidou Koulibaly in that. But there you go. But, we want to be up there next season, we really, really doing that. But, the summer transfer window will be Solskjaer's fourth transfer window as Manchester United manager. And Solskjaer does deserve at least another season at the football club. And he does deserve at least a couple of more transfer windows because he is still in the process. He is still in the process of rebuilding this Man United team. And, it is a transition period. And like Solskjaer revealed at the beginning of the year, he's hopeful that we can get through this transition period. He's hopeful that we can get through this transition period and that. But, if things don't work out next season, that's when I would, get rid of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because revert back earlier on in the season, Solskjaer was very, very close to getting sacked. And at that point, there was talks of Massimiliano Allegri coming in. There was also talks of Pochettino coming in. Don't forget, Pochettino was linked with the managerial role at Man United before Solskjaer got the job permanently in March of last year. But Solskjaer knows he's got the backing of Ed Woodward. He's also got the backing of the Glazers. And like I've said to you numerous occasions before, or should I say numerous times, that, we've been very, very critical of Solskjaer for the vast majority of this season. But not only him, I said, didn't I, the blame stems from a lot in the club. I said, we've been very, very critical of Ed Woodward. The main explanations why we've been critical of Ed Woodward, is reflects on how poor our recruitment policy's been in the last 7 years, with us overpaying for players. His poor selection of managers as well. This is why also too Ed Woodward has been criticised. Woodward's been at the football club since 2012, so this has now been his 8th year at Man United. The Glazers, they've been here since 2005 and now it's 2020, so the Glazers have been here a good 15 years. And we've been also very, very critical of the Glazers. I was very, very critical of quite a lot of players earlier on in the season because they was not performing to their standards as we should expect from them. So there you go. And obviously, before the football season got suspended, Solskjaer, revealed what, he has changed at Manchester United since replacing Jose Mourinho in December 2018 and that. But I do want things to definitely work out under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer now. I don't know if he's got an official transfer budget for the summer transfer window because I was hearing stories a few weeks ago saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's transfer limit's been set and we are reluctant to pay any more than £70 million for any player, So reflects on that. That puts Jadon Sancho's move to Man United in doubt. Could even put, Grealish's move to Man United in doubt and that, But there you go. And don't forget there were stories coming out the other week saying that we'd taken a £140 million loan from our £150 million revolving credit facility, to help us get through the coronavirus crisis and, to help us get the right calibre players into the football club. You had Ed Woodward coming out the other month saying that we won't do business as usual in the summer transfer market, but he did say we will remain competitive in the summer transfer market. And don't forget, our net debt is around 429 or just over 429 million. I also said to you before, didn't I? We are the richest club now in the Premier League. And overall, we are the second richest club in the world, just behind Real Madrid. So there you go and that. But like I said, we have recruited over 30 odd players in since the Alex Ferguson era. We've recruited a hell of a lot of players in and, we have spent close to the £1 billion range on players, nearly £1 billion. Like I said, under the David Moyes era, he brought, Marion Fellaini in and Juan Mata. Like I said, Fellaini's no longer at the club, but, Juan Mata is still at the football club. I think Juan Mata is now into his 6th season at Manchester United, Moyes only endured, 9 months at Manchester United. He should have never been recommended in. It was Ferguson's fault for ever recommending David Moyes into the club. But the main explanation why I recommended him in is because there was both Scottish. And then Louis van Gaal, he endured, 2 years at Manchester United. Louis van Gaal did win the FA Cup under his guidance. But, look at the players he recruited in. He brought a lot of players in. A lot of players Van Gaal brought in have now gone though, but he did bring players like Schneiderlin in, Sebastian Schweinsteiger, Di Maria, Falcao, Memphis Depay, Luke Shaw, Marshall, who was still here. I think he brought Romero in on a free as well. He also brought Ander Herrera in, did Louis Van Gaal. Rojo and Darmian. So yeah, he brought a hell of a lot of players in, did Louis Van Gaal. Jose Mourinho, he recommended 11 players into the football club. And, the vast majority of these players are Jose Mourinho. There's only a few players that have left who Jose Mourinho brought in. We did win 2 trophies under the Jose Mourinho way, and that was the Europa League and the League Cup in his first season at the football club. And Mourinho did endure 2.5 years at Manchester United. So, there you go. So yeah, I think he's about right. He's Solskjaer. We do need around 3 or 4 signings in the summer transfer window, but we probably won't make 3 or 4 signings. If we are to get Sancho, I think he'll be the only signing we make because, Dortmund have said, they do want at least £100 million for Jadon Sancho and that. But like I said, we haven't dominated English football since the Alex Ferguson era. Ferguson endured 26 years, was it, at Man United? Won a total of 38 major honours. But it didn't settle in straight away because don't forget Ferguson didn't win out in his first 4 years at the football club. Regardless of who our manager is, no one will replicate Ferguson's legacy. No one will last as long as Alex Ferguson did either, so let's just put that into the equation. But we just want to be back up there, challenging in that, and the football season's resuming very, very soon. Our first game against Tottenham is on the 19th of June, which is a Friday night. And, want to continue where we left off because before the football season got suspended, we was in a good vein of form. We are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions, so Solskjaer will be under pressure to keep this good run of form up. I'm really, really looking forward to the game against Tottenham. It'll be interesting to see how Solskjaer approaches it. It will be Solskjaer going head-to-head with Jose Mourinho for the second time as a manager. Solskjaer's already overcome Jose Mourinho once. We beat Tottenham earlier on in the season by 2-1 at Old Trafford. We beaten them last season as well, so Solskjaer's looking to beat Tottenham for the 3rd time as Manchester United manager. And Jose Mourinho, of course, will be reuniting with us. Like I said to you, there's things we've got to look forward to, when the season resumes. Like I said, we've got top 4. Which is a priority for us because, we do want qualification for the Champions League for next season. But if obviously, we won the Europa League, we get automatic qualification for the Champions League anyway. And if we could get Champions League, we'd generate money in that aspect as well. But we are sitting 5th at the moment. We are only 3 points behind Chelsea. And, the FA Cup, it'd be good to win that as well. The FA Cup. I think we're the second most successful team in FA Cup history, just behind Arsenal. But yeah, we are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, and as you all know, we do play Norwich. And, the Europa League, we're into the last 8 of that. So if we could win both of them, or at least one of them, it would be a memorable first full season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It really, really wouldn't that. But I think, for the game against Tottenham, we've got a fully fit squad. We've got Rashford back, we've got Paul Pogba in that now. I was reading stories regarding Paul Pogba recently, and it does say that we've open talks up with Pogba over extending his contract at the football club. But I think Bruno Fernandes is key to Pogba's future, and if Pogba can build a good midfield partnership with Bruno Fernandes, then I think Paul Pogba can sign a long-term contract at Manchester United. I really, really do. And like I confirmed on my video yesterday, 7 players are now back from injury, so there you go and that. Like I said, my reservations about Solskjaer is that he is inexperienced as a manager. He hasn't really got a good pedigree behind him. Man United is the third club he's managing in his managerial career, because before he was at us, he was at Molde, won a couple of Norwegian titles there, and before he was at Molde, he was at Cardiff. And obviously, he did very, very bad at Cardiff. He got Cardiff relegated, and, this is the main explanation, why Solskjaer, got sacked from Cardiff. But he only managed around 29 games for Cardiff. But Solskjaer, knows this, he knew some of this team, when he first got appointed in anywhere, because he watched some of this team in this day and age grow and develop when he managed the Manchester United reserve team, for a couple of years. So let's just put that into the equation. My other reservations of Solskjaer is that, we haven't been great against lowered opposition this season. Solskjaer hasn't really had a plan A or plan B against, lowered opposition and that. So that's another element of concern I've got about him. And I'm still not sure if he is the foreseeable future for Manchester United in that. I think he's got, 2 years left now on his contract, Solskjaer, because when he got the job permanently, he did sign a 3-year contract and that. But don't forget, we have enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season. We haven't that. But United fans have got different perceptions on it. Some United fans think Solskjaer can get us into that get us in the right direction, and there's some Man United fans that think we need to get a manager in at the top level, such as a Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola, something like that. But we shall see. But I'm very convinced we can beat Tottenham. Tottenham have got a lot of problems themselves. They've just recently taken a £175 million loan. The good news is, from a Tottenham perspective, though, they've got a fully fit squad now. I think they've got Kane back. They've also got Human Son back. So there you go. Obviously, my video I did earlier on today, I give you the news on Eric Bailly, because there were stories coming from the Sports Witness saying, that Villarreal want Eric Bailly back, because don't forget, Eric Bailly is a former Villarreal player. We'd probably look to recoup the £30 million that we did pay for him, if we was to sell him. But I don't think we'll sell Bailly, not at this moment in time. He's obviously, very injury prone. He's sustained a lot of injuries as a Man United player. But yeah, we'll keep him for now anyway, Eric Bailly. And, we wouldn't sell Eric Bailly anyway before the likes of Smalling, Rojo and Jones and all of that, we wouldn't do that. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.